Okay, hey everyone and welcome to another Class 66 Rocks review. Now in this review, my channel will be boldly going where no channel has gone before. So that's right, we're taking a look at another Eaglemoss Collections Star Trek Official Starships collection today. So today we've got a starship that appeared in the Next Generation, I think it was. I think it also appeared in the Star Trek Generations film. So we'll have a look in the magazine in a minute as to exactly where it appeared. We'll then take a look at the model while I've got my camcorder on the tripod. Then I'll take the camcorder off, put the model on the stand and do a low ground shot of the model. Okay, so let's get on with the review then. So, as you can see today, we have Star Trek, the official Starships collection, and we are looking at a Nebula class starship. This is the USS Honshu, which is NCC-60205. So as you can see, we have an image of the ship on the front of the magazine. It's issue number 23. So if we just open the magazine up, we can see we have the specification for the Nebula class. I'm just going to be flicking through this quick as I want to focus on the model today. So as we can see down there, you can see that I think that is the Honshu and the Enterprise, I think it is. So we know it's from the Next Generation. It says designed and constructed in the 24th century around the same time as the larger Galaxy class. So obviously if you've watched Star Trek, you'll know the Galaxy class is the Next Generation. So as you can see here, we've got information about the ship, etc. Now, the Nebula class I think also featured in Deep Space Nine, because obviously as you can see some of the characters here were from a different series, so we'll get to that in a minute. So as you can see, in each magazine you get the drawings by the artist and how they designed it. I apologise if you can't see the entire magazine, I'm just trying to hold it at arm's length as well. So as we can see, the Honshu I think had storylines that focused around the Cardassians. So they appeared in the Next Generation as well as Deep Space Nine. I can't remember if they appeared in Voyager. So this is the bit that I really wanted to show you, the on-screen bit about it. So the first appearance that it appeared in was the episode called The Wounded, which was the Next Generation. It appeared in Star Trek The Next Generation, Star Trek Deep Space Nine and Star Trek Voyager. So obviously I haven't seen it in Voyager. As mentioned, the movie appearances appeared in Generations and First Contact. And it also tells you who it was designed by. So that's the magazine. So now let's move on to the starship. So here we have the starship. As you can see, it's presented in a very nice display box. So on the front we have the Star Trek wording. We've also got the different episodes here, so you've got Voyager, Deep Space Nine, The Next Generation and Star Trek Enterprise. Taking a look at the lid of the box, we can see we've got the Starfleet logo on the front just here. and the StarTrek.com website underneath. So let's take the model out of the box and take a look at it. So before we just go onto the model, you can see here we've got the plastic clip that goes onto this display stand just here. So obviously we'll take this out of the packaging in a minute. So this clips onto there, then this plastic clip goes onto the ship. So we'll just put the plastic clip down for a minute, and we'll just take this out. Whoops, accidentally dropped it there. Luckily we have no scratches on it, so it's not damaged. So as you can see on the bottom of the stand, it says Nebula class, it says 0832-A and then A again. So I'm not too sure what that actually means on that particular one, but still, let's get on with the review of the model. So as you can see, the ship's presented in a plastic case, which is in two halves. You've got a top and a bottom. So we'll take the top half off and we will take the ship out. Okay, so here we have it, the USS Honshu. Now as you can see, it's styled slightly like the Enterprise, the NCC-1701, but with a difference. As you can see, this ship is, oops, it's trying to get away from me. This ship is actually shorter than the Enterprise, as the Enterprise is a bit longer, I think. I mean, I've got the model in my room somewhere, but I just haven't got it to feature in this review. But as you can see, we've also got this little section on top of here. Now, obviously, because I don't really see much of the Honshu in the TV series, I'm not too sure what this particular section is for. But if you do know and you're a Star Trek fan, please leave your comments below. So as we can see on the saucer section here, we've got all the lights, etc. This little round bit is where the bridge is under there. So you've got decks going all around the ship. So that's what all these different markings are. As you can see on the front, we have the registry of the USS Honshu. It's NCC-60205. And underneath here, I'll have to just hold it like this. You can see we've got the warp drive. So as you can see, there's one here on the left, and if you turn it around to the other side, we've got one on the right hand side. So as you can see, it's a similar design to the Galaxy class, and we've also got the registry of the ship just on the back of the warp drive, just there. Underneath here, as you can see, this is where the tractor beam is, and anything else like photon torpedoes, etc. And again, underneath you can see we've got like the decks and where the lights would be, for each of the decks, etc., and each of the quarters. Maybe one day they'll bring one out that lights up, but there's not much I can really say about this particular ship. Obviously it didn't appear in that many TV episodes, so maybe three or four episodes it might have appeared in, along with the movie, but in Star Trek Generations it actually appeared at the very end, so it didn't really feature much throughout the entire movie. It's just like a last minute solo piece for this ship. So what I will do now, I will pause the camcorder, we'll put the ship onto the stand, and I'll do a ground shot of it so we can see it in more detail. So we're back with the ship on the stand now, as you can see. So we're just going to take a close look at it. Now it's on the stand. So I'm doing this without my tripod, so it's freehand. So as we can see there, we've got the warp drives. So I'll move the stand around in a minute to show you the other side. As you can see there, we've got the deflector dish where the tractor beam comes out from. Okay, so I'll just turn the ship round on the stand now. So again, you can see the warp drive from a different angle, look just there. Oops, bit of a blur there on the camcorder. So we'll just try and get that best we can. Okay, and now I'm just turning the stand round so we can focus on the back area of the ship. Okay, so that's it basically. The Eaglemoss Collections Star Trek Starship Collection USS Honshu.